Good evening, I'm Ty Russell. Thank you so much for joining us for News Channel 8 on the CW Tampa Bay. New tonight, a man who was shot and crashed into a St. Pete business with a toddler in the car has died. Police say just after 2 o'clock this afternoon, 21-year-old Tyrone Howard was shot. He then crashed into a parked car at Robco Transmission and Auto Repair. That's on Emerson Avenue South. He was taken to the hospital where he died this evening. The 18-month-old girl who was a passenger wasn't hurt, but was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Now, this is an active investigation. Anyone with information is asked to call St. Pete Police.
Thanks a bunch. Happening today, an arraignment hearing for the man investigators say caused the deadly Clearwater Ferry crash in April.
Jeffry Knight is pleading not guilty, to 24 charges, including leaving the scene of a deadly crash. 8 on your side's Jenna Bass has the details from Clearwater.
Jeff Knight is accused of crashing his boat into that Clearwater Ferry back in April. That crash killed 1 person and injured 10 others. He's due for his arraignment here at the Pinellas County Courthouse a little later this afternoon. However, his attorney has already filed to waive his appearance. It is unlikely Knight may even be here today. Knight is facing a total of 24 counts, including 8 counts of felony leaving the scene of a boating accident involving death or injury.
The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office ultimately stopped Mr. Knight a good distance from the scene, and the discussion he had with those deputies did not indicate any desire to remain at the scene, and that's what led us to the charges we have today. Knight
has said in statements he left the scene because his boat was taking on water, but FWC's investigation claims there's no evidence to support that.
He did remain on scene for a period of time, but our evidence revealed, and a lot of 911 call evidence revealed, that there was a significant change in the demeanor of what was occurring, and there was an attempt to leave the scene.
And Knight's arraignment is set for 1:30 this afternoon. We'll continue to bring updates to you on air and online at our WFLA.com. For now, reporting in Pinellas County, Jenna Bass, 8 on your side.
Well, a new tax holiday begins today in our state, giving tax breaks on guns, ammunition, and hunting gear. It also, I should say, it runs through the end of the year, and it also covers camping and fishing gear. State economists estimate it's going to save shoppers $44 million just this year. But critics say the holiday is insensitive to gun violence victims and argue gun safes and gun locks should have also been included.
And changes to SNAP benefits are now underway and impacting the Bay Area. Those include funding cuts, along with new rules to access food stamps to feed families, seniors, and veterans. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas joins us now live in the Tampa News Center to explain Feeding Tampa Bay's growing concerns. Victoria.
Ty, there is already a community need, as Feeding Tampa Bay says it serves 1 million people across the 10-county service area. Changes to SNAP benefits will only further that need, administrators say.
When you look at numbers here in the state of Florida, we have about 3 million individuals that are on SNAP benefits. You have to imagine that there's going to be a reduction in a benefit and or a loss in benefit.
Feeding Tampa Bay leaders say they are bracing for what's to come, as changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program have now taken effect per the Trump administration's One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The bill makes for $186 billion in program funding to be cut over the next 10 years, which started this month. Director of Public Affairs Shannon Olivero says there is a concern.
The threat of change is very difficult, especially if it's a real big part of your household.
Here are changes expected to come in the near future. Florida is one of the states that banned SNAP benefits for junk food that is slated to take effect in January. Most adults up to 64 years old will now have to prove they work, volunteer, or go to training for 20 hours per week. The maximum age was 54 years old. Those with dependents under the age of 14 are exempt from this requirement. The previous rule included all dependents under 18.
It's just going to drive more people our way to make sure that they can get access to the healthy foods they need for themselves and those they support.
Shannon Olivero says she and her colleagues are always remaining proactive, trying to stay ahead of the game in preparation for what's next. In this case, it would be continued collaboration.
It's always expanding partners and relationships. You need to make sure that every person in our community, in our 10-county area, has access to that food.
Shannon Olivero says most of the SNAP changes will occur over the next couple of years, so it's important people stay informed on when they have to reapply. In the Tampa News Center, I'm Victoria Lucas, 8 on your side.
Start your engines. The annual Monster Energy Powerboat Grand Prix is taking over the waters in St. Pete. Today is your last chance to attend. Dating Our Sides, Ryan Arbogast has been live in downtown St. Pete all morning. And Ryan, the energy is always in St. Pete, but today it has to be extraordinary.
Brittany, I've heard the word adrenaline more times than I could possibly count. We're in the testing stage right now. The jet skis already hit the water. Now the power boats are getting a quick spin to make sure that they're all good before races kick off in a little bit. I have with us a winner, first of all. Winner yesterday, my new buddy Jay, who's just testing his boat out behind us to make sure everything's good. You have to walk me through how you got started on all this and why it's so important.
Yeah, you know, I started at a pretty young age, been doing it for 35 years now. So I just find it so exciting. Like you said, the adrenaline's great and you meet a lot of great people. And it's just the competition's awesome in all the classes these days.
What's so special about this boat, too?
This boat's in Pro Class 1, so we're running these stock 1,100 horsepower motors, but the boat's, you know, running speeds up high 150s. So it's the top tier class.
You say high 150s like it's nothing.
you get accustomed to.
And we found your partner in crime.
Yep.
Hop right in.
Partner in crime.
I hear it's Mr. New York as well. I'm a New York guy. We have to ask you, we're just talking about how important this is to you guys. Why should people come out and watch all this?
Listen, it's exciting. You know, like you go to NASCAR, you know, you can watch it from the seats, but very difficult to get up there. You can speak to the owner, the driver. You're not going to get a NASCAR owner or a team owner say, hey, jump in my car and see what it feels like. Me, different team owner, get in the boat, see what it feels like, get to feel what it is. It's exciting, and it's got to do with the water. This is what Florida's about. It's about the water, right?
Yeah. When is your guys' race today?
We're going to be at 12:45 today, so come on out.
You guys know what boat to root for. 12:45. Races are kicking off in just a little bit. We'll make sure to keep you updated on all the action that's happening here along the St. Pete Beach Pier. Reporting live in St. Petersburg, Ryan Arbogast, 8 on your side.
Yeah, Danya Vizzi didn't initially see herself shooting skeet, but now she's an Olympian. She hopes that her story encourages other athletes throughout our area to try something new.
When you find Danya Vizzi suited up at the range, she's locked and loaded, and her aim is rarely off. But skeet shooting hasn't always been this Olympian's sport of choice.
I grew up actually as a competitive dancer. I started dancing when I was 3 years old, started competing when I was probably 6.
She made the switch from stage to shotgun at 16 while spending time with her dad.
One day we were at the range and there was a national team coach there, and he said, "Did you know this was an Olympic sport? I feel like you'd be really good at it."
Today, she's an Olympian and multi-time world champion. Now she's donating her time to the Team USA Athletes Commission and encouraging young girls to try lesser-known male-dominated sports.
So pretty much my information is out there to anybody who wants to learn about the sport, so they can just easily contact me and I can give them the different pathways to the USA shooting route.
A route that I quickly learned will take plenty of practice.
Whoa. How was it? Good?
And patience.
Oh my, no, you don't understand. Was I close? You were this close.
Oh. But pays off in the end.
Full.
The feeling of success Vizzi wants every girl to experience.
Definitely do it. I would say jump in with both feet. I definitely did not see myself making that complete 180 from ballerina to skeet shooter, but I'm so glad I did. All of the people I've been able to meet, it's been incredible to compete for my country and win titles. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Now, I think it looks difficult, and I can tell you it is equally as difficult when you try it. If you do want more information about Danya, or if you're interested in trying the sport yourself, I'm going to go ahead and post details for you on WFLA.com.